Now, the effects of COVID-19 on the economy of the Gambia cuts across businesses, especially those starters as well as small and medium enterprises. The sector, accounting for nearly 40% of the GDP, is developing countries like the Gambia, is noticeably thriving hard to leave the effects of COVID-19 behind. Our reporter Binta Fati spoke to some of the entrepreneurs as well as stakeholders on the effects of the pandemic and recovery measures, and she now reports.
Small and medium enterprises play a vital role in the global economy, especially in developing countries, as they contribute immensely to the creation of jobs as a foundation for economic stability. However, the emergence of COVID-19 has a huge impact on these enterprises, including those owned and run by women. These challenges are manifested in bankruptcy and eventually loss in jobs for these entrepreneurs. The Chief Executive Officer of JBS Creation, Jatumbai, said her first venture in the production of casual wear and other innovative avenues such as the recycling of plastic bottles, calabash and coconut shells for in- and outdoor decorations were affected by the global pandemic, considering countries barely continue trade on goods and services in the regular manner. As the greatest focus was shifted on health, safety, and medication.
I could not get the raw materials that I needed for production, and the sales were not that much, so I had to, ignore some of my products, and it really affected me, yeah.
Due to this unbearable circumstance, Ms. Mbai had no option than to lay off her sales staff as the company could no longer foot the bills. As if the pandemic was so selective, female businesses were all on the list of punishment one way or the other. Mama A. Bajan, Chief Executive Officer of Yamama Secret Beauty, and Aissatou Seka, a dealer in traditional fabrics, both confirmed the effects of COVID-19 on SMEs. As the incident from the global pandemic subsides, businesses are slowly but surely on steady recovery, in the view of Abdullah Baji, Communication Officer of the Youth Empowerment Project. In another perspective, the pandemic had exposed these enterprises to the online market, which is an advantage.
I mean, the COVID-19 pandemic happened. There was a huge problem, but there was also an opportunity, and the opportunity was online markets, which I'm sure we have seen evolve, during the time of the pandemic. So,
according to the World Bank, small and medium enterprises account for the majority of businesses worldwide, representing 90% of the industry and about 50% of employment. This sector accounts for about 40% of the gross domestic product in developing countries. In the Gambia, SMEs constitute 60% of the labor force and 20% of the gross domestic product. For our Africa TV News, I am Binta Fati.